fresh out of college, my first job was a job a dream job. And I mean, I'm in media going crazy. I done went to every concert, seen every rapper. That's why I'm very blessed, very humble, but I'm thankful too. You know what I'm saying? Gratitude. I practiced that, and here we are. But 97.9, obviously, I learned and went through that and just kept growing as I went. Yup.
We are back with another episode of From the Script, okay? A platform for my authors, my scribers, my TV, film, and songwriters. This is where we're able to peel back the letters of their story and just as they take us on a journey with them, okay? I am your host, Armourie, and I am so delighted to be here with you all today because, baby, let me tell you, I have one of Houston's finest, okay? You know I gotta repeat it again. One of Houston's finest. He is an entertainer. He is a creator. He's an artist. You may have seen him with 97.9 The Box, traveling throughout the city, going to restaurants and blessing the belly. And baby, he is a staple in the community, okay? So please help me welcome the one, the only G-Mayniac. How are you?
Hey, thank you. How are you? I appreciate you. Thank you for having me. I love the introduction too. That was smooth. I like that. Thank you so much, for real. Because I'm humble, so you just big me up. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah. You've been doing the thing. You've been killing it ever since I met you years ago.
Yeah, facts, for real. A lot of times people don't realize, dang, I met him back, 10 years ago. He's still doing this. I just added on to the hustle at this point. But I'm still going. We still here, baby.
Okay, I know that's right. Well, thank you for joining me today. Let's give the viewers, just a bit of insight about who you are and how you came to be about today.
Oh, man, it's a lot behind this, for real. But, just took my time as like a kid crafting who I wanted to be. I kind of already knew. Like when I was young, I was like, man, I know I'm going to be famous. I knew I was going to be something. And then I kind of always did the things surrounding that. So was popular. I did music in school. Ever since a little boy, literally talent shows at like daycare. So all the way up to like now, here we are hosting the stages at Prairie View, bringing out Megan Thee Stallion, Boosie. It's like, and I'm what's the word? I don't want to say numb to it, I guess now, but I'm so used to it. It's just like second nature. You can give me a mic in front of 100,000 people, I'm going to just run it. So it's a blessing to just have that. And like I said, it's been a journey. We're here now, starting to do the food and just, I'm going to tap in everything,
Ooh.
I mean, it's so much. I don't even know where to start. But I was like, it's funny because, grew up in a neighborhood and did this, did that. But I always said, man, when I go to school or when I do something, I want to do it like outside the box. So I really want to go to some like exquisite colleges. It's all that, at this point, it don't matter. But I was like, HBCU ended up teaching me so much. I'm glad I went that route compared to like trying to go to a Harvard and be this like smooth dude. I always felt like they didn't have my kind at these type of schools. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, all right, it's all good. But shout out to PV because that was... Love.
I love that. And I even like how you said you try to do things out the box.
I did. Always, man. You gotta be like that.
No, facts. And that's what I remember always when it comes down to you is you being outside the box, you doing different things, touching lives in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And even you pivoting back to you mentioning how ever since you were a young boy that you knew you were going to be famous and you knew you were going to write.
Right.
What was that moment that you were like, you know what, let me take this craft serious, let me put the pen to the paper and let's get things going?
Taking it serious, I've always took it serious, right? Because I was like, this is nobody could take this away from me, whatever I create. So as a kid, once again, I mean, like probably 6th grade. Shout out to my bigger cousins because they look at me now and be like, boy, you doing your thing. But they used to have their stuff in the living room, you know, a whole bunch of CD making stuff when CDs was popping, things like that. And they had a recording studio in the living room. They'll be in and out. And I would just be like, man, I'm trying to learn this. This is tight. I made my first little mixtape over the summer. I brought it back to daycare. I promise you I was like 13.
I know that's right.
Man, and my teacher was like, boy, what? And I was like, you know, not doing too much cussing back then, but throwing them in and out. Like the progress. And then I went from that to, like I say, doing the music now. And I'm just like, man, seeing the whole transition. I guess when you know it's in you, when you know how people say you had that it factor. People tell me that all the time. I don't know. I just been doing me. And the fact, like I say, since a kid, I just been knowing that, man, I want to do something entertaining. I want to, like, I'm going to be in front of all these people. Watch, mama. I used to tell my mama that, man, that's crazy, bro, for real. She laugh at me to this day, but, you know, like I say, that's been a journey for real.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. What I love so much is that you mentioned Bless the Belly earlier.
Yeah.
And Bless the Belly is where you bring fun to food.
Right. There we go.
You know, I saw that. I was like, I love that.
Right.
And just seeing it blossom has been just miraculous. And I really wanted to just peel back that layer of how was it just intertwining the two with you being an artist and then you just doing what you do when it comes to Blessing the Belly. Tell us about that.
Oh, so really, look, y'all, I got to look at the camera for this one.
Look at the camera.
Listen, it ain't easy, but I tell you this, like, you can do anything, right? Like, with any brand, anything, because I go with lifestyle. People do things every day and you don't realize how important something like soap is. Like, you promote some soap and you be like, soap, but everybody uses soap. You know, we got to take a shower, I would hope.
That's true.
But,
I would hope.
But for me, man, it's just me working at the radio. You mentioned 97.9 The Box. You know, it's been years since I worked for them, but I remember working with them, implementing new ideas, trying to say, hey, you know, this is what's hot, this is what's not. And then, like I said, I didn't own the brand. It wasn't mine. And I've always been strong on, like, well, I can hold on to what's mine or really help grow what's mine.
Right.
And so at a certain point, we just hit that ceiling. And I'm like, man, you know what? What's something that everybody loves? What's something that I love, though? I don't want to step outside of my box. But what's something that everybody loves? And I'm like, 3 things people got to do every day: eat, sleep, and use the restroom.
Facts.
That's all you got to do every single day, okay? And so with saying that, I'm like, sleep, free game. You can come out with a pillow. So, you know, I don't know if there's a lot of black companies with pillows. And then if you get the right clientele, people will buy your pillow. But anyway, I thought of food. I said, man, everybody loves food. I'm skinny fat. Yeah, I like to eat. I like to grub. I like to entertain. So how could I make this food thing without being a chef? How could I do, if I still rap for real, how could I make jingles without them being corny? And like, I'm like, man, I'm going to call them foodie freestyles because I'm not going to make no jingles. I'm going to rap. Like, I'm going to do what I would normally do, but about food. I'm going to get a taco and just crush the beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, man, I told myself, and this is one thing I would tell a lot of people too, set a goal. Like, a lot of people jump off the train because they feel like they're fearful. Fear will hold you back for real.
Facts.
So for me, I'm like, I'm not fearful. So that's number one. I'm not scared to lose. I'm not scared to fail, bump my head, all that. Then did it all 100 times for real. That's the things people don't see off the camera. But me, I'm just like, I wasn't scared. And so I said, I'm going to do 10 different raps and they got to be hard. I said, I'm going to do 10. And these first 10, we're going to see what the crowd reacts to. Give them enough to choose from. The second one blew up. And when I was at 97.9, I think I reposted on their page, and it was the Baby Suge beat. And I called it like hood food, and I was just talking about funny stuff in the neighborhood. I went to Turkey Leg Hut, did a clip, mashed it up. I didn't think too much of it. A lot of times when I'm doing it, I'm just having fun. Yeah. So I had fun, slapped it on the internet. I remember my phone going bing, bing, bing. I was like, what? It was like 100,000 views, something crazy. And I was like, oh, they hip to this, the second one. So, you know, that didn't stop me. That fueled me to go all the way to 10.
Facts.
Fun fact, too, I got all the way up to 9, and my cameraman jumped out on me. I ain't never tell nobody this type of stuff, but...
Like he jumped out the car? What
no. He jumped out. I jumped out the car. He jumped out of the mission that we had because I told that cameraman, hey, let's do 10 different videos, you know what I'm saying, together. Let's rock out. And then the 9th one, he kind of was like, nah, bro. And he had it.
This episode of From the Script is brought to you by the Creators Guild HTX. Please be sure to tap in with them. They are the one-stop shop for podcasting, production, and so much more. If you are looking to book your next session, please visit theguildhtx.com and just tap in with them. You never know what visions you're able to bring to life with them. So let's get it.
And he had his reasons. His reasons to back him up would be because he saw me in the restaurant and exchanged a check. And the check was to help their social media marketing, but he might have thought it was something else, because we was doing it off the strength and I would pay him for different videos. But that's just going to say, too, I like to give people the insight because when you're on this journey, sometimes things happen, and much love to him. It ain't no love lost, but I'm never going to stop. You know what I'm saying? Fact. And I don't use people. I try to make sure we have an understanding when we work, all that. So still got the 10th one done. The last one I did on my cell phone, and it still went dumb. So that's what I tell people, like, don't stop, quit. Because, I could have been like, oh, man, he stopped rocking with me. Let me just stop. Or, I'm going to wait till. No, I just kept going. And I dropped it the next week because I said I'm going to drop one a week.
I love that. So
that. When that 9th week he came out, that 10th week, I said, well, I'm still going to do it. Have my phone in the kitchen recording. It ain't going to stop, So shout out to everybody that's working hard, like, nonstop.
I love that. You even brought up a pivotal point that I really want to just unravel. You said that there are just not being fearful.
Right, yeah.
And just to keep going. Has there ever been a time where you were like, dang, like, do I want to keep going with this? And if you ever came across that time, how were you able to surpass that and just keep yourself grounded?
It's crazy with me once again because I can only speak from my experience, right? I know a lot of people go through stuff. We all go through stuff. We all got our stories, right? Yeah. I've seen some hard stuff. I've had partners like tell me, hey, bro, I'm finna go. Like, I'm literally finna die. Shout out, rest in peace to my boy Keon. I really want to shout him out because I know if he was watching this, he'll be like, turn me up, G. But rest in peace to my boy Keon because even going through that with him, I was recording some of his videos like in hospice on his deathbed. And he was like, bro, I got to keep going. Like, I still want to let people know what it is and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it's people like that motivate me. So anytime I feel down and out, I've just always been like, bro, just don't stop. I think the difference between me and a lot of other people, I've seen Nipsey Hussle say this too, but I totally agree. I think the difference between me and a lot of other people is consistency. Ever since you've met me, you can go on my Instagram. You can go on probably any platform that I run. You'll literally be like, he hasn't stopped. Like, he has a post every day. How is there something every day to post? Well, you live life every day, and something might happen every day. I don't care if you sit on your couch every day. It's something to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's real life things that go on. So I just blend a lot of it with my brands. I got Rec Visuals, so I do photography, videography.
I got the powerhouse.
Yeah, I do. I've been doing that since college. So all of my stuff has been steps. I started with music as a baby. I'm a music soul child, literally.
I love that.
And then went into a clothing line. So OK Bet was my second baby. And basically I just did a whole bunch of clothes up until college. Well, I still do. Like I said, nothing I ever stopped. So first the music, then the clothes, then the camera work. Then, what was it? Radio, because I did 97.9, and then jumped into food. And people still ask, are you a chef? Or they call me every day on my business line and be like, where are you located at? Where's Bless the Belly? And I'm like, we don't have a location. It's just a food marketing platform, but they loving it, man. I need to open a food truck or restaurant, But I'm building, though. I'm building.
And that's what matters is that you're building, you're elevating. I love how you did things in phases.
Right.
And you never stopped. And you just keep adding to it, keep adding to the Rolodex. That's fire.
And you know what about me is like, it's so crazy because I know God I know God has something dope in store.
Amen.
Because like, I just love to learn. I love to be around people that got stuff going on. I love this nature. So like, and even pulling stuff out of people. I love that about me too. Like if I run into somebody, I'm like, what do you like to do? Tell me right now. What are you good at? Well, I'm good at this, but I would like to do this. Or I like to do this, but I would want to be good at this. Man, I would love to pull that out of people. So from my family members on down, my sister is a nurse. I've always told her, I'm like, you're a nurse, but you're going to go the holistic route. Watch. You're going to be the person that like jumps out of the medicine and start helping people naturally. And then there's been situations recently to occur to where my sister has like taken classes about natural oils and herbs and things like that and have been using them and they've been working.
Wow.
Instead of when you got a cold, you use a nasal spray, she's been like rubbing oils, putting her hand up to her face and it go away like that.
Come on.
So I'm like, I see it in people too and they see it in themselves as well as they continue to grow. But I just love that. I'm like, yeah, I like to pull that out of everybody, you know.
No, facts. And natural healing is a powerful topic, and I've been doing a lot of research this past year about that and just the power of it. Ooh.
Nah, natural healing is crazy.
For real, for
Bless the belly for real. That's what the lifestyle is about.
Hello, blessings on top of blessings. So you mentioned food, restaurants. Which restaurant or food truck has been your favorite and why?
Favorite ever? Oh, Lord. It's
Hope you don't hurt nobody's feelings.
Nah. Because there's so many out there, I could actually help their feelings because I could shout out so many. But I'm trying to see, you saying like favorite ever? Ooh, I'll tell you this. Houston. Look, I'm trying to save grades. I'm like,
it's because it is hard. We got some great food out here.
We do. I like, okay. We love Spud. Shout out to Spud. That's my boy. He has like, a Spud is a baked potato. This is what I found out.
Love baked
and
potato,
they got
baby.
Sweet potato, regular potato, or French fries, which is still a Spud. And then you can put anything on top. I like the fact you can put crawfish, crab, brisket. Yeah, it's going down. They good. Spuds. Who else? Oh, y'all, there's so many food. I want to try It's Nola Baby. It's a spot called It's Nola Baby. Her stuff look crazy. I've been stalking her page for a minute. It's Nola Baby food truck. I think she in Jersey Village. It's a little ways out, but I want to try that. Shout out to Sleepy's. I love Sleepy's. It's a Cajun spot. I got the Bless the Belly platter at Sleepy's too, though. $12, $11.99. You can get you
Bless the Belly platter.
Man, you can get you 2 boudin balls, 3 shrimp, a catfish, and some fries for $11.99. I don't think you could beat that.
You can't.
That's me teaming up with the restaurants to help bless the community, though, how we was talking. So, like, it's more than just what it seemed like in the name and the jingle to it. It's like, I'm really out here trying to help these businesses in a different way. We all can go online and take a picture of our food and be like, I ate here, but like I'm making jingles behind it. I'm really supporting these restaurants. I'm having my name on the menu. I'm supporting their families in other way. You know, we giving back. We doing all that. So like that's what it's about to me. I can go on with that, but that's another thing that got to be in you. How I said since a kid, the it factor or whatnot. Like that giving back. I don't know if you could just learn that. I don't know if you become 30 and be like, I just want to give back one day. I think since a kid or something, you've always been like, man, I see homeless, man. I want to give him some. So you just get into that. And ain't nobody stopping you. Nobody has helped me organize none of these give backs and nothing crazy like that, believe it or not. I always wake up and say, man, I'm finna go outside. And I go outside right here by this McDonald's when it was still around. Man, the police will come up or different people will be like, man, you doing this by yourself? Like they want to tell me stop because I got everybody swarming, but I'm one deep. It's like, you going to shoot me off the premises? They really just be like, wow, like, hey, y'all just hold it down. And then it's just like that. So I know God was walking with me every time, you know?
Amen. And I love how authentic you are.
Yeah.
You know, you can feel the genuineness with you. Like, you know, you have that light with you everywhere you walk into, and that's a blessing and just a gift, you know. So, ooh.
I'm thankful for that. That's why I don't toot my horn either. Like, when you one of them guys, I see a lot of videos about, like, high value men, or I see, like...
gosh, that's been going crazy.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that stuff, and I'm like, it's crazy because some of the men who really just like, all right, I got this going for myself. You don't really have to do all that, you know, but then you see it and then you like, for real, you deserve what you worked hard for, you know, so your tolerance level is a certain way, things of that nature. But me, I'm just very humble still. So I think God puts me in a position of like, I'm gonna keep giving you this, but being humble. So like if Lil Wayne walked in this room right now, I'd be like, oh, what's up, Wayne? You straight? All right, bet. And then keep going. Like it's not necessarily focused on all the status and stuff. I'm more about who you are as a person. And so I rock with everybody who rock with me, you know.
I love that. And we rocking with you, okay?
Come on, man.
I love that. You mentioned jingles and you mentioned writing. What is your writing process like? What gets you in your zone? And how do you come up with these fire-ass songs?
Right. Really, that's crazy because I be in the studio lit. I be like, bro, if I literally low-key, like, there's so many different ways. Like, I've always, same thing since a kid, though. Check me out. Listen. I worked at Chick-fil-A. I used to wipe the floors. I was a cashier though, but I used to wipe the floors and stuff like during the slow hours. And then I would play beats. My cousins, like I said, they've been making beats since I was a kid. They produced mainly with over rapping. And I would listen to beats in my headphones. I'm coming up with songs, whatever comes to my head though.
Fire.
I mean, it could be a song about napkins. I could be like napkin. Now, and then I would probably switch it to where it's like I'm talking about being clean. Bring me a napkin. But see, I done saw a napkin on the table and I'm like, I'm sick of all these napkins, right? And so that's how I can transform it into the food conversation too, because you see, as I can rap about something real, I can rap about something funny. And me coming up, man, I'm telling you, I probably got a studio 6th grade. 7th grade, I made a song called JMS Riders for my middle school.
Come on.
Shouted everybody out, became the most popular kid at school, 7th grade.
Wow.
8th grade, we were leaving. I made a song called I'ma Miss Y'all, and I shouted out everybody. Leaving there, it was a movie, right? So it was like I had been recording my whole middle school, and my teachers loved it. High school, I came in swinging. I literally,
love that.
What was it? Well, okay, I'll just go through the end of high school. I made a song for our graduating class, 2011.
Come on, shout out
400
2011.
students. Yeah, 2011. And we walked to it. We walked across the stage. Like, everybody in the stadium was playing me.
Oh, that's
I made it.
Fire.
I made it in the studio at the crib. One thing I would tell young people that's watching this too is like, buy your own equipment too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
get your
facts.
own stuff, because you learn it. It might take time to learn it, but actually get in there and learn it. And like I said, I made a song for my high school. We graduated to it. And I mean, I had the police department, the fire department. Everybody wanted a jingle. That's when I was like, oh, this is a jingle. I was just rapping, but it was a jingle because I like stirred the whole school up. And then when I got to college, it's a story. That's why I say it's a journey. But
We love it.
when I got to college my freshman year, they had something called ciphers, and all the upperclassmen would do
I remember
ciphers.
ciphers for sure.
I said, man, I want to get on that. I'm fire. And this is without me bragging, though. I didn't really go around, like I say, trying to like challenge people, but I would challenge them via working hard. Like, all right, let's see who really winning. I got a few of my freshman friends and a popular videographer at the time, and I was like, bro, let's do a freshman cipher. They ain't never seen it.
Come
And they was
on.
like, what we gonna record? I got the studio, bro.
Here y'all
Come
got
to
the
my
studio.
spot. Y'all, I need 5 of y'all to pull up. I got the beat. All right, bet. And that's what helped out a lot too with my ideas. I would have ideas, but if people didn't have anywhere to connect the dots, it'd be like, well, I don't know, bro. But I would have the relationships to connect the dots. So I'm like, just pull up on me. That's why having your own stuff is essential.
Facts.
And so we made the freshman cipher. To this day, I know it's clocking over 30, 40,000 views. And we were just freshmen who just rapped. And like, I went first and I killed it. Like,
Popped it off, yeah.
Man, it was a movie. And ever since then, I gained the respect as a freshman, right? So all the other ciphers they put me on, it was like, I
that's
came in
fire.
there and just, man, even leaving senior year, when all the upperclassmen was gone, I was like, we got to keep the cipher going. So I hosted my own senior year.
I love that.
And so it ain't never stopped. And then after that, during Prairie View, 97.9 used to come to my school, and I said, man, I'm going to work for y'all. One thing about speaking it into existence is like,
Dedication.
but I was just saying it. I did media at the time, but I was like, man, I'm going to work for y'all. It's nothing, because I could do everything y'all could do. And then they were just like, youngster, you know, whatever, this and that. And me manifesting that, it actually happened. I ended up, that summer was the first time I never had a job in my life. Like, I was like pissed because I was waiting on a big thing instead of like going to work somewhere small. And that whole summer, I just pulled up on 97.9, did little stuff for free, this and that. By the time September hit, I was hired, and it was a wrap. Like, I was just going in there working. And so fresh out of college, my first job was a job that a dream job. And I mean, I'm in media going crazy. I done went to every concert, seen every rapper. That's why I'm very blessed, very humble, but I'm thankful too. You know what I'm saying? Gratitude. I practiced that, and here we are. But 97.9, obviously, I learned and went through that and just kept growing as I went. Yup.
That is
Making music
fire.
for them. My first time on the radio. One last thing. Hold on.
No, you're
After the college situation, what would I say? The ciphers. That was like when I left college. When I started working for 97.9, they had a challenge called Netflix and Chill.
Ooh, I remember that
You
challenge.
remember that?
Yeah.
That was a minute ago, Netflix and Chill. And I said, with my own studio, I told Mad Hatter and them, I said, man,
Come on, what the
I'm going to make a song called Netflix and Chill. No, I said I'm going to make a song called Netflix and Chill. And once again, they like, okay. I brought my studio up to the radio station.
Come on.
Went in the back room, recorded the hook. I got Jimbo and JQ. I said, JQ, come in here and do an intro. Do something funny because they like you. You're going to reel them in. Then I got Jimbo to do the hook with me.
Shout out to them.
And then we did the song Netflix and Chill. I remember riding home on 59. I never been on the radio in my life. I remember riding home on 59. It was DJ Young Streets, I believe. I'll never forget. And then it was around this time. It was like fall or something. And then some girl was like, can I hear that Netflix and chill? He was like, coming right up, baby. That song played. I said,
hold up.
hey, whoa, I ain't never, that, because, you, as an artist, that's something you pray for. A lot of things that have happened for me is things that I can't pay for. I pray for them.
Come on, say it again.
I pray for them. I got a song with Bun B, Lil Flip. Bun B is a legend. My favorite artist of all time is like Pimp C, UGK, stuff like that. So me getting a free verse from Bun B because he likes what I do, I'm like, bro, you can't pay for that. Hard work and doing something different outside the box. When I came out with Bless the Belly, people are still like, bro, that's different. I see what you're doing. You're doing interviews, jingles, raps. Like, I'm making it so fun that other people can be a fan of it, right? And so I'm shout out to Bun because I'm pretty sure the hottest artist in the city right now couldn't just pay Bun to get a feature. It's probably like he got to actually like what you got going on. So that's another thing, like me being outside the box, I'm like, bro, it's so many things y'all can do, man. Another free game tip, I would say, because I haven't seen yet, but so many people do real estate. So many people work in houses. I've never seen nobody do real estate rapping. You know what I'm saying? Sell me a house with a rhyme. Like, that's familiar. People love, like, familiarity. So you getting on the old school beat or doing something funny and selling a house or doing something, man, come on, bro. But that's just things that I think of, and people wonder, like, how did he do this? And then next week you see me helping real estate agents with the raps. You know what's going on. But y'all can hold on to that.
Look, hold on to it tight, okay?
Come on, man, because that's big money. That's big money. But just being a creative, it's two things that I learned. Well, it's three things, but I can't never remember the third. But I was on the plane with this white guy, man, old school white guy. And he was like, what do you do? Ask me questions. I told him my whole thing. By the time we got off the plane, he was like, I like you. I really like you. Let me go back to my city. But I'm going to tell you two things that I witnessed. You cannot teach likability. He was like, you're very likable. It's something about you that's like, and me, once again, I'm in my skin. Yeah. So I'm just like, for real? Thanks, And then he was like, creativity. He was like, I see that you're very creative. He's like, you can't just grow up and teach somebody that has to be in you. When you're a baby, before you do makeup, you probably was painting Barbie dolls. Before you did hair, you probably was doing the Barbie doll hair.
Yeah.
Painting, you was probably scratching chalk on the ground, whatever. But it's something that kind of led you to spark that something.
Come on.
He was just like, but your creative sense, I don't think you can teach that, and likability. And it was something I think he said consistency, maybe. That might have been the last one. And I'm just like, that's all me. So here we are with that, man. And I'm just thankful this whole journey. I just never stopped. I always did something. Ran in the headbutts, excuse me. Okay. I was in like a clique in Houston where we ran around, did crazy stuff. And I feel like, thank God we did that early because I bumped my head so young that I got out of it young enough too. To where I'm not like 30-something plus trying to do that. It's like 30, 40-year-olds gang banging like to the extreme and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you supposed to be an OG by then. Yeah. But now I'm just like, man, I can't believe like what I saw coming up to like get to where I'm at, and people want to know. I'm like, I done lost so many homies. I've had best friends I've started businesses with. We not cool no more.
Dang.
People die. Like I said, my homie that told me he was going to die. Homies that just randomly died getting phone calls. 2 aunties passing. My dog for 15 years. It was like random stuff. But I'm like, if I stop, nothing is going to happen.
Wow.
If I stop right now, especially as a man in this world, because a lot of, stuff is put on men. But literally, if I stop, nothing is going to happen. Yeah. But if I just keep going just a little bit, I can see results, 1% every day. But I go hard. Like, I'm in every piece of pocket that I can to try to keep my name, legacy, all that alive. Because nowadays, when something happens to you, people forget. Yeah. There's so many things that cloud people's mind. It's hard for them to even remember, like, what you did. So I'm like, the more I can do, the more, like, people will respect the game. Like, I got a day in Houston, Texas. Like, I could have stopped in. I could have been like, you know what? It's a wrap. I got a day in Houston. I'm done. I'm this and that. But that just motivated me even more. I'm like, a day and I don't even have no organization. I'm just me. This before Bless the Belly. I think I had just started Bless the Belly. I lied. But it wasn't enough to get no like day in the city. Man. But man, I just like, man, shout out to Sylvester Turner. We want you back, baby.
Hello.
We want you back, baby. And then here I am just coming up with that and like getting to this level. And I'm still feel like I'm indie, but to see my name ring bells, my jingles, millions of streams, there's people in Europe sending me videos, I'll be like, I love y'all.
Come on, because it's internationally known.
Bro, I can't believe it.
Do it so effortlessly, okay?
I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't. And I'm just, once again, gratitude. When you practice gratitude, you're just thankful for everything. I move fast, though. I never sit in what I do, which is kind of like bad, because like I could go accomplish something crazy, and then I'm like, what's next? All right, bet. Let me go. And it's like, bro, you just rocked the stage with so and so, or you just, came out with a book. The next day, I'm like, but I don't have no T-shirts. I don't have no, And it's
But
like,
it's good to keep that momentum going, because some people, they'll get stuck in it, and you can do something.
Right. I've never had nobody like help me the way that I wanted. So I've always been the help for people that they needed.
Come on.
And like, I've always said, if I get a me, it's a wrap, And I knew people would lie a lot too. People, well, what's the word? People do a lot of talking, not enough action.
Yeah.
I'm an action person, so I never told people a lot of time, I'm gonna start Blister Belly. Like I told a lot of my friends and stuff, but I didn't jump on the internet and say all that. I just started it.
Yeah.
You just start seeing food, and then like, what's this guy doing? Then you get hip to it once you do your research. But a lot of people talk, man, bro, I'm gonna get this Cadillac, bro, and then I've known a lot of people my whole life, so I've seen so many people say a lot of stuff they was gonna do and never did it. Bro, I'm gonna start this car show thing in about 2 years, never do it. And I'm like, if I believed y'all, I would be Willie the Foo Nanny. Y'all crazy, like only because everything I ever want to do, I'm doing it. And like I had a homie, this is funny as heck, low key, but
run it.
In college, like I was doing a clothing line and stuff like that. OK Bet was the name of the crew. Well, OK Bet was the name of the brand, but OK Bet Public was the name of like my crew. But then we had like a small attachment to it. You know how you got Cash Money Millionaires or whatever, Cash Money Young Money?
Yeah.
We had OK Bet Public Virgin Gang. And then Virgin Gang was like the, we can't be touched, we can't be F with,
Okay.
we keep a tight circle. It was so much stuff like punned off of it that it rung a bell to people. And they was like, who are these guys? And we had a few other guys that like held that title while we were doing OK Bet, all that.
And just this, okay, bet. Like, I say that every day.
I'm telling you, that's how I came about saying it so much. And I said it in the freestyle, and the homies was like, yeah, we all need to come together and collaborate and do that. And we just ran with it. And I was good at branding, so I've always been the one like stamping it hard, shirts, stickers, all that. And what was it? Virgin Gang. One of my homies in college, while I was selling shirts in class, he was like, Virgin Gang, what if you came out with some condoms? I'm like, some condoms, bro? You wildin'. Why in 2 weeks them condoms was sitting at my front door? I wasn't playing.
I'm putting into it.
No. I said, bro, anytime, because I'm very, like I say, being creative, and I want to jump on an idea. Some people are lackadaisical and will wait forever and never do it. Man, I wanted to do that when I said, went straight to Google. Customize your own condoms.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Whatever, you can do anything you want to in the world.
Come on.
We in 2024, 2025.
2024,
and then you got God, you can do it double, triple that.
Don't make me start running.
Man, come on.
Don't make me start running.
So that's the thing. I'm very, like I said, I like to learn. So I'm intrigued by stuff. He said you can get your own condoms. I went straight to Google. Customize your own condoms. You'll be surprised what pop up. I'm going to the top 1 and 2 because them the top dogs. How much I want? What's the quote? You can get red condoms, blue condoms. I said, oh my God.
All the condoms.
And I cannot believe, and I literally did it, and to play on what we did in college, taking pictures of it, and just, you in college.
Yeah.
So you promoting condoms, it's safe sex and everything.
That is good.
It helped with the brand. It was just crazy. And I thought that was super funny, because that's when I tell people, I don't wait. You give me an idea. I thought of a coloring book. I'm like, come on, let's, what?
Fire.
Back to school?
Look, right on time. I want to kind of pivot back, though, because you mentioned that you have your own day in the city.
Right.
And a lot of people cannot accomplish that.
That's crazy.
How was that feeling, just receiving that from Sylvester Turner? Like, what?
That's crazy because, really, I love community service. So some of the things I do, I don't see it as community service. Like if you do somebody's hair, if you like to do hair and you do your little brother hair, you don't see that as like a paid client. Like you're like, this is my little brother. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like about community service. Like I'm gonna just pop out and hand out and help and stuff like that. And so, like I told you, when I was doing it way back then, I'm 31. I mean, I've been doing this, I know for sure, since I was 21. I got videos in my phone.
Yeah.
Like, because I used to have a fade on the side of the street. Like, hey, what's up, bro? I used to take people with me, like a few of the homies, like, hey, come see how they living real quick. Because I talk to them and everything. Like, I'm like, cause, I go get a box of Shipley donuts, go hang out real quick. 10, 15 minutes, we chopping it up. They give me some game. Yeah. They people too, and they smart. They got a lot of time on their hand. They
Very smart.
And I've had a lot of, homeless individuals school me on some stuff. One of them, in my neck of the woods used to tell me a lot. He's like, man, I like you so much, man. That I say, why you say that? He's like, man, because you always by yourself, man. I see so many thugs running out this neighborhood, hopping in 4-5 cars. And he said, man, every time I see you by yourself, man. And I was just like, man, I appreciate it. And there's so many reasons for that, too, because obviously stuff happened. You by yourself, you good. You ain't got to worry about nothing. People will fail you, man. It's a lot of that. So, and then I always get to point A to B safely by myself. I ain't got to worry about nobody drinking and driving or what you own, stuff like that. So, yeah, he was just like, man, I like to see you by yourself. And a lot of them are just like, man, you come down here and really holler at us. Like, I give them some bread. I'll say, hey, man, I have some stickers or something. I'm like, man, downtown is your neck of the woods. How about this? I'm going to give you some money. Whatever you do with it is on you, respectfully. But can you put these stickers up downtown? And then I have people taking pictures, sending me videos. Hey, bro, I see you downtown. I be like, shout out to my boy Randy.
I love
Randy
it.
in downtown and put them stickers up for your boy,
the
for
stomping
real.
ground.
And I know him by name and everything. We shake hands, hug. Hey, I love them. You know, they people. So that's how I learn and really just grow, because I like to, I'm everywhere with it. I'm going to hang with the nerds, the birds, the all that. We going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
The birds, the bees, and everything in between. Okay.
Hey, for real, though.
Man, so we have the Bless the Belly activity book. What
it is.
sparked that?
Man, to be honest with you, like, I love the kids, of course. I ain't got no kid, but I love the kids.
Hello.
And I think we need to be more involved with, like, the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like putting them on game, putting them like on a lot of stuff, because they watching us. They the future. So we make our music and stuff, like in 5 years, they ain't gonna pick it up and say they grew up on our music. So for me, it's like the activity book was to give them something to do. My original idea was to put them into restaurants, because I'm like, when kids go to restaurants, they don't have nothing to do. You know, they can go to the restaurant, get the little book at the front, and then draw in it while they sitting there waiting. That's mainly because I'm doing Bless the Belly, right?
I love it.
But then with school, it's like, I still have a relationship with teachers and things like that, where I can give them the books and they can also have them do it in class as activity. It was going to be a straight coloring book, but I said activity will work their brains a little bit.
Come on.
So I got like the foodie freestyles in there. You can come up with your own rap. I got like the maze, the burger maze. So you just got to do a maze. And to me, what is it, like 12 pages, like front and back? It's pretty quick. It's a simple like activity book. It's not nothing crazy, because like I said, I want to do one-sheeters originally, which I still am. I'm going to do my one-sheeters. But right now, I thought the book would be colorful, would be a little dramatic to promote it.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28 telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like.
And even being honest, like, I made a mistake. See, I'm not perfect. I have help, but at time we human and we mess up. So there's been things in the coloring book I had to tweak, or like, I think even one of them I have the answer key is one thing that's wrong, you know, and I'm not perfect. So I just want to tell people as business owners, it's not like, oh, how did you do this? Just perfect. No, I messed up. Like, you know, but
I told you, the authentic, y'all.
yeah, for real though. You just got to tweak it like the way you want to. And then whenever you know, I got my first 50 just on the house, you know. I'm like, man, I want people to check it out, give it to their kids, send me a video or something. And then I'll be able to order more and put them in all these different places. But for now, it's like, man, you know, just want people to see it, learn about it, get your kids active. I'm pretty sure they're going to get tired of them soon. That's another thing. So I'm going to have to come out with a new one or a part 2 or add to it. Because once they circulate enough, you want to keep it fresh. I like to keep stuff fresh.
Yes.
So that's another thing. I'll probably promote this maybe for 6 months, maybe. You know, probably this school year, this upfront school year, maybe in the spring come out with something new. So you see how I think in advance. I'm always like, I might do a spring activity book. Boom. I might do, you know. And I've had some friends of mine even like, when I tell you this journey so crazy, I've had some friends of mine that I might have mentioned a few things to, like, hey, bro, the activity book, this and that. And now they want to come out with an activity book. And I'm just like, well, you can't stop nobody from doing what they do. I try my best to stay humble and say I'm not a hater, right? But I think we all can relate to somebody trying to run after an idea, because nobody was thinking about no activity book. But then now all of a sudden people just coming up and saying, oh, you know, the few people that I've told. So respectfully, I hope we make $1 million. But at the same time, man, it's just like, that ain't, you know, I'm like, man, come on. It's hard out here. When you're very creative, I would say, that's why I say just do it. When you talk about it, somebody could steal your idea, or they could claim that this and that, just do it.
Yeah.
I tried to tell people about Bless the Belly, a few high up people about Bless the Belly. They didn't believe in it. Once it caught leg and feet and all that, it was a wrap. They were circling back. But we here now. It's like, hey,
we
still
blessed
growing
in the
too.
belly.
Still growing. And it's funny because out of town to show more love than like in town too.
Don't even
crazy.
get me started.
It'd be crazy.
Because sometimes I feel as, Houston may not like this, but sometimes I feel like we live in a crab in a bucket type of theory city sometimes, and we really don't have the support from our Houstonians, We
need the OGs to step up. We need the people that have been in the game to step up. It's just like, I don't want to point fingers or nothing like that because there's so many of us that do our thing. Shout out to all the OGs in the city because they paved the way. Yeah. Don't nobody owe you nothing, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like Houston is so big and our culture is so big and it's so worldwide spread that like we gotta own that. Like people gotta know where the drink and all this come from. And I think they know, but they can run with it in their cities. And so it's so much inspiring talent out here in the city that I'll be like, man, y'all got to pick this up or get behind this thing. That's why I shout out Bun, because I'm like, man, he got behind me, and I thought that was super dope. When before Trill Burgers came out, he was rocking with me. When Trill Burgers came out, I had the first one. I had the very first Trill Burger when they was trying to figure it out. So for me, it's just been like a journey to see that. And so the OGs have been rocking with me to a certain extent, but I see so many other talented people, and I don't know if it's the people that how they are, but because you got to work your relationships too. Relationships worth more than money. Come on. So you can't just go in trying to be transactional and stuff. That type of stuff don't work out usually in the long run. But me, I know how to support somebody. Oh, bro, you got an event. Let me support you 1 or 2 times, and then support me, or support you 1 or 2 times, and then book me. You ain't got to support me. Just pay me for something, and then we can grow a relationship like that. And so that's just where I'm at with it. But we got so many OGs in Houston. I'm like, man, all this dope music, like, I'm like, there'll never be another Scarface, but I wish Scarface could just like shock one of these youngsters and like put it in them. And then he was like the protege. And then now out of Houston, we got a young Scarface part 2. I mean, like I say, nobody could relive him, but like just give it that feel. Yeah. Like, shout out to Paul Wall. That's my boy. Like, imagine if he put a grill in one of these white boys' mouth and they just start rapping, which he's not entitled to. Once again, I'm saying this with love, but I just think that's my creative side. I'm like, a new Paul, like a white boy that's like...
We would embrace him.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey, that's live, because this is what we do in H-Town. We had grills, we had white boys that's lit, this and that. So I think that for me is just when I think super big of Houston. And I pray that they music keep, circulating and doing what it do, though, for 20 plus more years, But I just want some of our youngsters who really, really going hard to really get that shine, in the city, not outside the city.
Facts. And speaking of music circulating, we have a new release from you, okay?
Right.
Titled Where the Food At, okay?
That's funny.
It's Where the Food At.
Yeah, I got that Where the Food At. Yeah.
Tell me about that. How did that come about?
Man, so I told you with the raps, man, I gotta listen. I'm gonna invite y'all to the studio when I do one of these raps. You gotta see. I'm gonna have y'all probably on the hook or laughing. Something gonna come about with this song, but really, okay. So it's 2 parts to it. When I came up with these names, I was doing it straight fun, straight no motivation. I mean, not no motivation, no motive. I'm sorry, behind it. But now it's a technique. Basically, I would say like I try to fetch good song titles. Like for example, I'm trying to think like Where the Food At. I know that's catchy for the stream purposes, if that makes sense. I'm trying to pull it out, Lord. But basically, when you do a certain title for a stream purpose, like if I had a song right now called Chosen, it probably wouldn't do numbers via streaming because unless I'm just a super popular artist or it does a TikTok, run or something like that. That's one thing. But if I have a different song title, it probably would work. Like, what song? You know that song Kehlani? I love the way your body. Like, I like it. It's catchy, but the song is Kehlani. So for one, he got her on the feature. Dope, because the song is her and it jams. So why wouldn't she jump on it? So I'm sure for him, he's like, oh, and it's different. We need a song titled something different. Like, thanks. I like songs that be titled like 5 a.m. in Houston or 5 a.m. in Fifth Ward or something. And you be like, oh, what's this? And you listen, you like, Drake is good at that. Things like that just give it some different vibe. So me, where the food at? Since I'm doing the food stuff, I'm like, I can't keep naming songs, lamb chops, chicken nuggets, burgers, and this. I'm like, okay, I gotta do like catchphrases with food too. So I got a song called "What's the Recipe" that has like so many streams. The video going crazy, but it's called "What's the Recipe," and you can literally cook to this. Like, the funny part about the jingles too, I made sure they wasn't corny. So you can be in the kitchen actually cooking to these jingles. People say it make me hungry. Well, cook to them. Like, so people send me videos. The most viral videos ever from my jingles have been pets, like animals. So everybody do something with a dog, bird. I've seen cats, all type of stuff to the jingle. A song called Nacho. Somebody feeding the cat a nacho. I'm like, y'all are crazy. The rooster. I see somebody feeding a rooster a nacho. I said, bro, y'all are funny. So it's funny more than anything. But now I strategically like name the song. So I'll be like, okay, food on a Friday, and then release the song. And then people like after lunch or be streaming and be like, what song could I put food on? Oh, bet, you know. So where the food at just came from that. And if you listen to the song, it's really a bop. I hit one of my boys up that went to PV. I said, hey, bro, send me a beat. I'm in the studio right now. He sent it right then. I love people like that. They have a special place in my heart.
I love that.
He sent it right then and there. And then I was just like, this my bop, baby, this my jam.
Hey.
I'm about to eat right now on cam. Yeah. Like, it just come to me, and I was like, man. And I know how to orchestrate a song just from doing music forever. So the food stuff is easy. I want to make that fun. I never want to overthink that. So once again, I might leave here thinking about grits. I'll go in the studio right now. The beat got to be hard. I'll be like, grits, you know.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm with the... Hey, grits, yeah, I'm in the mix. We eat some grits, like whatever. And then if it jam, cool. If it don't, I'll mix it up. But a lot of times I go with the flow and people end up liking it. I'd be so surprised. I got a kolache song that Shipley's Donuts hit me up about. And I thought that was so dope because it's a replay off Megan's Body Yaddy Yaddy. And I reposted it. I mean, Megan reposted it too. Shout out to her because that's my girl since way back in the Gap too, relationships.
Love that.
But Body Yaddy Yaddy, I was being, this is something I'd be like, this is the corny one. But I was like, Kalachi, Aji, Aji, Aji. And it's like 20 seconds, right? Put it out. I'm like, this is so stupid. Shipley's Donuts hit me up. You see what I mean?
With the brand deals?
They like, come on, man. Kalachi, that is so unique that I'm like, all right, let's do it. And there we go. I got burgers on my mind. Snoop Dogg reposted it on Thanksgiving.
Love.
I wake up to it. What's his name? That owned the Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban first real, I believe, was my donut song. And he was like eating donuts to my song. And I was like, hey, this a billionaire, bro. This a billionaire jamming me. Like, you know? And then people have came up to me, I've heard your song in Europe. No, that is you. I got on a flight and some guy was pulling up a vegan song. You made that vegan song? I'm like, I did.
Oh, wow.
And then the streams reflect that. I'll go back and see 1 million streams and I was like, well, they listening to it somewhere. I like, so man, you gotta just utilize these platforms nowadays. You gotta just literally think outside the box. So like on and off camera, you just gotta be able to, you know, push forward. You feel me?
When it comes to how important is it to create something that's relatable to the younger generation?
Doing something relatable to the younger generation, yeah, that's key. Cause like, well, I look at it like this. Trying to be cool, this was wrong with like older people. And I hope this don't hurt no feelings, but it is what it is. Cause when I say older people, but at a certain age, okay, by the book, under 35, you're a young adult.
Yeah.
Over 36, you're older, like you're an adult, for real. And a lot of times social media, I see, has made older people act younger and stuff like that. But I think how you tap into like, what am I trying to say? Like, if you tap into what the kids in the future are doing and stuff like that, that's what's going to be relevant forever. You know what I mean? When you try to act like cool, the definition of cool should be for kids. You shouldn't be old trying to be cool.
Facts.
Like, you should be you should be whatever at that point, but you shouldn't try to be cool. So kids have a lot of time to figure it out. Yeah. That's why everything is a sponge to them. Music, dances, you know, because they're trying to figure it out and they're trying to see what's cool. They go to school and be like, oh, them shoes, that's cool. Oh, we gonna wear this. We gonna do this and that. Yeah. But when you get older, it's like, bro, if I don't need to buy a whole bunch of like Gucci and all that to feel cool. Like, you should be you. I could be able to wear white. I should be able to wear gym clothes the rest of my life and feel like me, right? But I think it's very important to touch in with the kids and stuff because you see the new cool and you get to like relate to that. So if I was a teacher, you want to be a cool teacher, right? You want to be a teacher that's like, all right, I'm teaching kids. I can't be, now when you go home, do you? But when you with the kids, you like, let me relate to them. What's hot? Let me see how I can mix and blend this, stuff like that. So for me, I have a younger sister. She's not a baby, not a little baby no more. She's still my little baby, but she's older now, 25 plus, so she's not like young, but I still ask her from time to time, like, what's hot, what's new, what, because I'm trying to see what's up. Like, what are y'all listening to?
Yeah.
What's new in the community? What's new on the radio? We don't listen to radio. We listen to this podcast. Or, man, I taught, this is something nobody knows, low key.
Come on with the gems.
Was it this year? No, last year. Last year, I taught HISD for 2 weeks.
Really?
They said, man, we need people. I said, I'm not no teacher, but they said we have a special program where you can come in and like teach the kids part-time and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I did it. In the hood too. Went to the hood. The kids, they loved me. Man, it was so dope. Like in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we grew a relationship, and they asked me, they said, what do you want to teach the kids? I said, I want to do like photo, video kind of stuff, but I said like branding mainly, because that's where I feel like my strong point is, like learning who you are, figuring it out, stuff like that. So for 2 weeks, y'all. Now, the reason I left, it was a few factors. I'm busy, but it was more so it was a very new program, and they didn't have a lot of stuff that I needed to help the kids. That's what I asked for. At the very minimum, I need this, and that to help the kids. I didn't get it. And so it just made it hard for me. And I'm like, I'm not finna stress myself. I love the kids, but let me stop while it's brand new.
Yeah. And
they still ask for me to this day, what, Mr. G? And so I was teaching the kids how to brand. And so what I would do is, first thing I did was like, what's the first letter of your name? B, C, D, whatever. I'd be like, write on a piece of paper, but draw it like 3D. And so people would draw a D and it'll be a snake. Draw an E and it'll be like a pencil. And I'm like, what made you do a snake? Oh, because I like snakes. I've been liking snakes since I was born. Oh, really? So you want to be the snake man? All right, bet. So, in the next class period, I need you to come up with an idea of being like the snake man, right? And I was just giving them ways to like come up with branding and things that they like. Man, nobody even knows that because I never, once again, highlighted. I never posted the kids, nothing like that.
But I love that.
But for 2 weeks straight, I was just in the class every day like, dang, this is dope. Like, kids need this, man. Like, what? Because that's how they were finding out who they were. Like, I love this, but my mom don't like me to do makeup. I'm like, but you can still come up with something because you might not be able to do it now, but she might let you do it in a few years, or your auntie might let you do it, or however you could do it. Don't ever lose that dream, because this is where it sparked right here, 6th grade. I taught 6th grade.
Wow.
I was like, this is where it sparked. And we need that. So when it comes to investing in kids, I wish I had the book then, but even now I'm just like, I'm going to go back to that class and probably drop some books off to them or just holler at them, because them kids have so much potential. I hope they're doing good, because like I said, it was a rough school. But I'm like, man, if they are doing their thing, that's dope, because we need cool teachers. We need people that's going to help them exceed their cool. Yeah. But if you just regular on the street trying to like impress guy, if you're a guy trying to impress a guy, if you buy a chain because another guy, women don't care whether it's fake or not. They care if you fake or not. You know what I'm saying?
Can you say it again?
So when it comes to the jury, I feel like men do that for other men. It's just extra stuff nowadays. But I'm like, let's see what the kids like. And then, once you have kids and all that, you rock with what they rock with. Take them to whatever concert they like. And you're just like, oh, Lord. Yeah.
I love that, because you are a true staple in the community, and I love how authentic you are. And I say that word again just because a lot of people aren't authentic. Right. They do a lot of things for social media. They do a lot of things just to say that they're doing something. But one thing I know about you is that you're always authentic and you're true.
That's the difference. Like I told you, that's talking. A lot of people talk their way into stuff. Man, and then they want you to believe. Like, I've seen this so much, even with women. Guys are like just talking. I'm like, bro, if you just did it, she wouldn't even be, because a woman will kind of question you because of how you're talking. Not how you acting, because when you act, it's like, all right, either he BSing, or you just want to deal with it, or okay, he really means well, but like, man, I ain't talking nothing. I just want to do it, and I'm just thankful that I have that as well, just to be able to do that. And man, here we are. Like I say, I don't take no for an answer. Whatever it is I've ever thought of, I went and fetched and did, and I'm just like, I want other people to do the same. I know people don't have that, but you can get that. I think you can become a doer. You can get up off your butt one day and just say, you know what, I'm gonna go out here and really just reach for what I want. Take it there.
I love that. I love that. What advice would you give an artist or even a writer who is trying to just come up in the game or just maybe even stuck?
Advice I would say is get outside. Like if you stuck, you ain't seen enough. You gotta live a little bit more. You gotta add to like your adventure. So like there was a class, who was this? I was working at the radio station and there a new radio station. But there was like a group of kids who came up there and they were all trying to figure out what they want to do in media school. And they asked me a similar question. They like, we get stuck, like, what do we do? And they were younger, so I was telling them, I say something as simple as going to the mall. Like you go to the mall, you see all these different designs on t-shirts, you see different logos, you look at Aeropostale, you like, dang, their logo is really red, or they logo really, or American Eagle got the little bird in the middle, Hollister, you like, you know, go outside, like touch nature, go breathe, go see stuff, because that's what sparks ideas. People ask me all the time, how you came up with Bless the Belly? Yeah, I like to eat. I actually got sick off fast food. That's another thing. Bless the Belly is literally what it is. I don't eat fast food. I would say, like I say, man, just going to get different ideas, living a little bit more, talking to more people, traveling. Man, I go out the country and I'll be like, oh my God. Like people in America, we really don't realize the type of kings and queens we are, bro. If you got a car, a house, a few dollars, a dog, you live. I went to Puerto Rico a week before the whole island almost got swept away from this past storm, and I'm like, bro,
Oh my gosh.
blessed, bro. We blessed. So you gotta literally maximize over here. America is free. I've never been to Canada, but I hear a lot of good things about Canada. They got free healthcare or something. I think marijuana is legal. It's a few things people like. But then I met a true Canadian, and he told me, I met him in America. I said, why would you leave Canada, bro? He said, one thing that, and I don't need no Canadian person flagging me down or nothing. Don't quote me, but this is a conversation I had. So y'all tell me if I'm wrong. But basically, Canadians aren't able to be entrepreneurs. You can live a really good life being a basic person, though. Like being a basic humanitarian. Day to day, take care of your family, go to work, come home. They say it's a really great life. But it's nowhere for entrepreneurs to be. If you got a business, if you're trying to run a business, if you're trying... That country is not ran like that. Really? So you think of benefits of different places and then you don't realize, dang, America, you got it popping. You mean you can start a lash company, get on Instagram and run it up and make some bread and sell out? We haven't been in them situations. Until you hit rock bottom like that, you don't really know. And I've never had a whole bunch of money. I've never had rich parents. Like my people ain't gave me. I was 14 when I got my first job, and Dave gave me little things here and there because they my parents. Shout out to them for sure, and a roof over my head, so I appreciate it. To a certain age, like 24 or something, I got out the crib. But since 24, I'm almost 32 in a few months and stuff, and I'm just like, man, I've been on my own, like paying bills. Ain't never had help paying bills, none of that. So I go out and get it. You got to figure it out, and as a man, we got to figure it out. So
That's so true.
I just been on it, man, and here we are, just growing through everything, really. But grow through it. Don't just go through it. Life, you got to grow.
I love that.
You got to grow.
I love that. Grow through it. Don't just go through it. Ooh, that's powerful. Ooh. So we're going to make a quick transition to a game that's called Underrated or Overrated.
Okay.
It's where I'll toss out a few random categories, and you have to let me know if it's either overrated or underrated, and you got to tell me why in a matter of 7 seconds.
Okay.
Let's see, because I don't ever keep up with the time.
No, that's fine time because I need to know. I need to be sharp. I'm trying to be.
Okay, let's see. So the first one is social media.
What?
Is it overrated or underrated?
Oh, overrated. Oh, God. Overrated, for sure.
Why?
Too much going on. Social media fake.
Like, come on.
I've posted something just to get a reaction, and I got it, and I'm like, I hate this place. Like I could just say, hey, I'm in Hawaii, and then why you ain't tell me, bro? I'm like, but you ain't even return my phone call, but now you mad I'm in Hawaii. So yeah, crazy. But it's overrated. It's just a lot of stuff going on there that's fake for real though. No,
facts. I'm right there with you. Yeah, there with you. And it's hard because, and this is why I be feeling like I'm going over 7 seconds, because I be trying to go up a tangent. It's so crazy because, or it's hard, I should say, because as creatives like us, sometimes we have to be on social media, and it's like, dang, I hate this place, but I'm like, oh, let me get this, let me put this out there.
Promote yourself. That's what everybody on. Businesses hate being on social media, but if you're a business and you don't got social media right now, you lose. I can say you're losing, but you're not capitalizing. Definitely not.
Yeah. Okay. The second one. Using chopsticks, underrated or overrated?
Oh, underrated. I'm gonna say underrated because I need to learn. I can't say that's something overrated because that's someone else's culture, but definitely me tapping in. I think that's dope to like I say, learning. It's like a technique. So if you can do that, it's like, yeah, don't underrate somebody else, stuff like that. I think that's dope.
I love that perspective. I love that. It took me a while to learn how to use chopsticks. It's like a trick to it with your fingers.
Yeah, it's tricky now. I ain't saying all the time, but I think it's like when you go into the right spaces, like I love ramen, but I eat it with a fork, and they be looking at me like, bro. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna eat it with I got you, chopsticks. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Digital books, underrated or overrated?
Underrated for sure, because we in a digital space, and like people, if you can sell somebody something digitally, do it.
Yeah.
Make millions in your sleep, because anytime you got to bottle up a product and do all that, that's fine. You can still sell. You can still sell out. But when you have something digitally, I mean, you want to wake up to that bag. You want to be like, oh, I was selling like ebooks. People are selling the heck out of ebooks and making a bag. Amazon, I got a homie that's selling a free Kindle on Amazon, but I think he's charging for the book. People listen to the Kindle and buy the book. He going crazy.
Come on. Get into the bag. I like that. I like that. And the last one, healthy eating, overrated or underrated?
Underrated. Once again, man, underrated for the win. Because, man, listen, we got to eat healthy. Rest in peace to a lot of our recent fallen soldiers, man. You got Fat Man Scoop. You got Rich Homie Quan passed yesterday. You got who else was recently? B King, man, and he was trying to do right. Essential, y'all. Bless the belly is essential. It ain't just a catchphrase. It sound cool, but it's real life. Mondays, I do Meatless Monday. I try to eat no meat because your body never rests from meat when you think about it. I try to juice because juice got that H3O. It's a lot more, there's a lot more hydration components to fruit juices and stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of things are accessible in your local grocery store, and people complain that their you don't have grocery stores in their neighborhood, but you got to go and get it, man. If you got a car, if you got a homeboy, homegirl that can go get it, go get these things. Hit up the farmer's market. Like, you need that, bro. It's essential for real, y'all. I'm saying this from like a real talk standpoint. You cannot not get your fruits and vegetables. At minimum, 50% of your diet should be fruits and vegetables, y'all. And if you eat meat, try not to do a lot of red meat. Go chicken, go fish. I love red meat because I like beef. It keep me, with some weight on me for sure, so I won't be skinny. But, like, put it in and out. It's something that I want to put people on game on, too. It's called the Blue Zone. Look up the Blue Zone and the Blue Zone diet. This is something else a lot of our culture don't know about. It's people that live to be over 100 and how they eat and live, and it's in different pockets of the world. So there's about like 6 different Blue Zones, but they pop up every day with different ones, and this community of people. Imagine like 100 people in a community that are all 100 plus, and they all eat and thrive the same way. So when you want to ask them, how the heck y'all living to be this old? And they'll tell you, 80% of our diet is fruits and vegetables. We only eat red meat like 5-6 times a month, which is doable. Yeah. You can eat red meat as they eat it as like a luxury. Like, okay, we're going to eat salads throughout the week, but on Friday, we're going to eat a steak salad or something like that. And then they balance it that way, but they live to be 100 years old. Look up the Blue Zone diet. If you intrigued by stuff like that, like me, you'll be like, oh, hell yeah. And so I study this type of stuff all day, how to fight cancer. Listen, we're going to help our people. We're going to help our people. But eat what God gave us, man. And he put these fruits and vegetables on the earth for a reason. A banana and apples and all that don't grow for no reason. You better go pick you one.
Hello, I just had a banana on my way over here.
For real.
I love what you said about healthy eating, because that's something I can truly attest to. This past year, I did a major transition with my diet, with even just introducing fruits back into my diet, getting away from meat, just even taking a moment to just replenish myself. And I can tell you, I feel so good. Yeah. I don't care if I lost the weight. People are like, oh, why you lost the weight? Y'all were used to my inflamed body. Right. Y'all were not used to my body as far as just, I
like that, because everything starts from inflammation. That's another thing we don't know, that inflammation. So I'm not... You know what? I don't know if I've never been just scared to go to the doctor, but I've been to the doctor enough in my lifetime to where I got used to it. But I want kind of by choice though, because some people will be like, well, you probably had to go for this, but I will always go get checkups and different things like that. Once I ate that fast food, my stomach, I had a stomach problem. And so I would go to the doctor a lot trying to figure out if I had acid reflux, what made it happen. And I got so used to going to the doctor. I'm like, why men scared to go to the doctor? Because you just come up here, they take some blood, do all that. And ever since that, I was younger. Now I've been going to, I go to the doctor for sure every 3 months, to dentist twice a year. Like, you gotta take care of yourself, man. Hygiene, health, like, it's serious, for real, for real. Drink water. Houston is hot, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of stuff that you don't pay attention to, that you be like, man, you know, I saw little Troy, you know, Houston OG had a heart attack last night, and I'm like, oh my
gosh, whoa, really?
Yeah, and he was saying something like he stopped taking his pills and this, and I'm just like, man, I hate the fact he got to take pills, but even that, you got to do what you got to do, man. It's for real out here, bro. We can't lose another OG. It's crazy, man. So
that is crazy.
Stay away from them pills, bro. A lot of stuff nowadays is crazy. Them other pills, like, don't.
No, facts.
But we gonna juice it. We gonna juice our way through, man. Get your go to your local Kroger's or somewhere and grab you some fruit juices for the week, man, or something. Just balance it, man. If you still eat crazy, balance it.
Yeah.
Throw your salad in there or something.
I love that. Yeah. You just killed underrated or overrated. That was fire.
Underrated or overrated. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with the viewers, or what's next for you? What can we be expecting down the line?
Man, like I said, I'm not really a talker. I'm a doer. So listen, you got to follow me everywhere. Bless the Belly, G-Mayniac. It's a lot going on. I pray that I come up with different ideas to keep me afloat. I pray God give me the strength to conquer any battle I run into. And we just gonna see, man. It's up from here. You know, the sky's the limit. You could break that down too. You just got to keep going. So we'll see. After this book right here, right now, I just want y'all to tap into the book, you know, while school's still going on. And by the time the holidays here, it's going to be so much other stuff, man. I'm trying to do more events, I'll tell you that. I bridge the gap on the internet. Now I want to bring people together and be like, hey, boom, 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 you know. And then just anything just creative, man. More jingles, more albums. I'm doing real music. I still have fun with my real music, but it's real. So it's like something more relatable than just food all the time. Man, come on, what we not doing? We need to collab and do something. It's something out there that we could do, man. I look at everything as like, how can we grow in every situation? And no matter who you are, come on, let's put it together for real.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us on From the Script. It's been a pleasure. You've been blessing us with the best, blessing us with the belly, blessing us from the mental, just doing all of the great things. It's been a special treat. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on. Appreciate you. I hope your show explodes. Y'all that need to tap in, follow her. This was amazing. I love good interviews. I love being able to kind of talk, express myself, tell a story.
Absolutely.
So listen, check into that. And when this drop, we lit, baby. We lit.
In
real life, though.
Let's get it.
Real life, yeah.
Oh, man. I love that. Well, it's been a wrap From the Script. Make sure to all of my viewers, be bold, don't fold, and come through the fire as gold. And don't forget, stream us on all platforms, baby, okay? Because we in this thing. We out.